Hello everyone. I have not made one of these videos in so long and I am so excited to make them back again. I think alongside this series that I'm going to try and continue, I am also going to start doing my Disney Diaries series where I basically talk about all the things Disney and why I love it. What an intro. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Heather. I am 24 and I just last year started this YouTube journey where I'm sharing portions of my life, not only as someone who considers themselves a Disney adult, which also ignore this that's going on right now. Hold on. If you are new here, I share Disney related things because I consider myself a Disney adult, but I also share things about my life. I am a grad student who is thankfully finishing grad school in December. I am getting my degree in counseling, specifically clinical mental health counseling. I work essentially as a case manager at a local community mental health organization. And that is kind of a wrap up of my life. Today's video is going to be something that I've been putting off for quite a while. And what I mean by putting off, I mean procrastinating and forgetting about, quite honestly. And then I was on a YouTube kick and I was like, man, I think I kind of want to resume this series. So that's what we're going to be doing over halfway through the year. Today we are going to be doing a July in review. And in this review, we're just going to give a whole rundown. Some things I did this month. Nothing too formal or crazy. Something quite literally just telling you all the things I did this month. And I did a lot this month, so I cannot wait to talk to you about it. The first thing I wanted to talk about that I did this month was I did go see NoahCon. I know. But you were saying, Heather, why didn't we get a vlog? I did in fact create like a little snippet video that I posted on my Instagram that you all can watch here of little snippets of the concert. It was great. 10 out of 10. Definitely would recommend. Honestly thought about going to a different show as well. It was so good. Went to that show with one of my friends, Gracie. She's the same person who I did the girls trip with. I officially finished up my practicum hours. Thank God. Don't know anything about counseling in grad school or clinical mental health. You essentially have to have a portion of your curriculum be a practicum, which is like a baby internship, essentially. I have to spend 100 hours in a clinical setting. 40 of those hours have to be direct with a client and 60 of those hours can be indirect, but a portion of those indirect hours have to be supervision, and we'll get into that later. Long story short, I have all 100 hours now. It is a relief. It is honestly a relief, and if I'm gonna be totally honest with you, not only do I have 100, I have 104. I'm an overachiever over here. Those were some of the hardest earned hours ever. I only had from mid-June to the beginning of August to do 100 hours on top of schoolwork for that class. So that was really, really hard, plus working full-time. So if you are a grad student or someone thinking about going to grad school and working full-time and going to grad school for counseling, really think about how much you like sleeping, because you don't get very much if you're working full-time and you're a grad student. Don't get very much at all. I am going to work for 40 hours and then coming right back home and then doing homework or reading. Something to do with school. And it gets incredibly taxing. So just know that when you reach your end of your practicum, I swear to you, it is one of the biggest reliefs. My next challenge is my internship. My internship is next fall. So starting next month in August. To put it lightly, I have to get 600 hours. I have high hopes, and the reason why I have high hopes is because I have longer amount of time. I have until the end of November to get all of those hours in, which I did the math. And per week I would need to do a little over 10 hours, and that's what I've been doing. I think with my practicum I was doing roughly 9.5 hours a week, so the other half I'll just make sure log something else. But yeah, that is the next step. But as of right now, in this moment, I am just proud that I finished my practicum hours and I have 104, and that is the only thing that I'm really all that concerned about right now. other than the fact that I'm having to brace myself for 600 hours. Another really fun thing that I have been doing this month was honestly just planning for our next Disney trip. I think it was like a couple weeks ago. I went ahead and did my 60 days advanced dining reservations. I am going to make a separate video about that, and I'm going to do a full planning video because I love watching those videos. It's about where we're eating, how long we're going, where we're staying, all the fun details closer to the trip, I think. But either way, we've been doing a lot of that. Another thing that we've been doing is a little bit of wedding planning. If you didn't know, I am engaged. We had an engagement party at the beginning of May, I think, or June. Honest to God, it's been a blur. It's been a blur. And so that was really the gist of most of our planning, was going towards that engagement party. We've gotten our venue. We have a date. We took our engagement photos. Our wedding isn't until 2028, so like there isn't much we need to do now, and why I am kind of grateful that we chose a date so far away. Would I love to be able to marry my fiance sooner? Of course. However, we are not rich, we are not wealthy, so we would like to be able to afford a nicer wedding at a place that we want, with vendors that we like, and be able to save money for those things. So that is kind of the situation that we're dealing with right now. The only vendors that we have right now is obviously, like I said, the venue, our photographer, and our videographer. If you didn't know, I also do photography and have my favorites. I have my favorites. That's all I have to say. I have my favorites, and I booked them for our wedding. That's pretty much all that we've been doing this month. Short and sweet. I really have not been reading very many books. They used to be a thing in my other months in reviews. I read a lot of books. I'd share my thoughts about those books. I can't even remember what books I am currently reading on my Kindle because I have not even opened my Kindle in like 3 months. It has been a whirlwind of craziness between starting my summer semester and being back to back with hours for my practicum, to then in, I think it was March or April, I took on a new position at work, so that on it added an additional load in and of itself. That's pretty much it. I wanted to come on here and just kind of show face and be like, hey, I did not forget about this series. But to be quite honest, I did want to share some of the things that I did this month so that I can go ahead and post them a little bit more consistently. This is honestly probably the most chaotic video I've ever made. My fiance is texting me as we speak and their family was just pulled over. So I'm getting all the tea right now. I'm alive. Everything's good. I'm excited about Disney planning. I'm excited about seeing my friends at Disney and all the things. So if you want to stick along on this very chaotic journey, or would like to see more of this chaotic journey, give this video a thumbs up, like and subscribe for more, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.